Hello, I'm Freak Boy, and welcome to Freak Boy Runs. Back to Tuesday, threshold day. I gotta tell you, it was a massive struggle to get out of the house this morning. Good morning. I had very low energy. I almost fell back asleep even after I was dressed in my running gear. I really had to force myself out the door. I hope my energy picks up for the threshold session, which is going to be 2 kilometers lead in at marathon effort, and then 8 by 1200 meters, which is like 3/4 of a mile at threshold, with just 1 minute breaks in between. Pretty tough session. I'm already questioning myself because my Achilles tendon on the left is actually sore from the Sunday long run. It started out extremely uncomfortable when I was first getting into my little warm-up section here, and it has since subsided, but I'm still unsure about it. So that's a bit of a wild card for me. I'm gonna have to see how that feels when I start trying to run a threshold and make a judgment call to decide whether or not I should continue, but we shall see. Considering my energy, not sure exactly when I'll pick you guys back up. Sometime in the middle, maybe at the end, maybe not till Thursday. Probably not the last one, but we'll see how it goes. Put you away for now. Have my first gel, and let's see how it goes. Well, 2 pieces of good news. One, the Achilles seems to have settled down quite a bit. I can still feel it a little bit, but it's not really bothering me. Second bit of good news is that the breaks are 2.5 minutes, not 1 minute, very happily. So that's great. I'm only done 2 so far out of the 8 reps. I will likely pick you guys back up either near the end or at the end, and just concentrate on my recoveries. I got a couple more gels to take, things like that. So still have a few seconds left here. I shall see you in a bit. Okay, I think there's less than 30 seconds, maybe only about 20 in the last rep. Once you know it, I gotta go up a slight incline to finish out. Just about there. Stick with me. Almost done. Watch is beeping. Done. This is 12 miles today.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just finishing.
Are you training for for an event?
Yeah, I've got a marathon in about a month.
Great.
Yeah.
Good work, man.
Yeah, thanks.
A lot to accomplish.
Thanks. Take it easy. Nice guy there. Stopped to ask me what I was training for. Oh, yeah, that last little bit coming back is just this kind of slight uphill grade all the way, because you're going upstream. I'm running alongside of a creek, and I go downstream on the way there and upstream on the way back. Anyways, oh, I don't want to forget, I did decide to try the Asics Magic Speed 5s for threshold. I used them last week in my tempo and I liked them. I think they're a pretty good threshold shoe as well. They've got a plate. It's not a carbon plate. I think it's plastic. But yeah, I would say they're pretty good. I have to check the specs on them. I haven't really checked the weight, but I'm expecting they must be lighter. Certainly lighter than my Gel Nimbus, but I'm not sure about the Super Blast and the Mega Blast, so I'll have to check that out. Anyways, yeah, the session went okay. I kept a pretty steady pace. I slowed down a little bit on the last 2 reps. Just started running out of gas, and I did have one slower rep where I had to climb a small hill, and that one was slow as well. Not really slow, but slower. Anyways, the important thing was keeping my heart rate high zone 3, low zone 4 all the way, and I did it. I think I managed that very well, so I'm happy about it. Anyways, I'll probably check in with you on my tempo on Thursday, and if not there, then on the long run on Sunday, which I hope I can have a better performance Sunday than I did a couple days ago. We shall see. So okay, cheerio for a bit. Made it to Thursday for the tempo. Excuse me. Ended up skipping my run completely yesterday after that threshold, which felt pretty reasonable on Tuesday. Yesterday my left Achilles just flared up very painfully, and I started out on my run and I basically made it to the end of the block and turned back. It's still not 100% today. That's kind of what it was like Tuesday morning, where as I ran, it warmed up and felt better. So I'm going to at least start on the tempo part of this run here, which is going to be 8 by 1 kilometer at tempo with about 1 minute-ish rests in between. I didn't wear my hydration vest today. Hope I don't regret that. It's a little bit cooler than it has been. So anyways, I'll check back in, let you know what happens. maybe in the middle. I think more probably by the end. And yeah, let's see how well it holds up. Catch you in a sec. This is the very end of repeat 8. Went not too bad. Started the first kilometer a bit slow. There's the beep. And I can go back to a jog. Yeah, I started a bit slow. I guess I was not quite sure what pace I should be doing to hit the right heart rate, considering the temperature is a bit lower today. But I eventually found it. Excuse me. And yeah, I think it went pretty well. My heart rate tipped over into zone 4 there right at the end. That's totally okay. I'm sure when I check my averages, they will all be below zone 4. And the first 1 kilometer probably is going to be below zone 3. But all in all, I would call it a success. Today is also double run day. My Achilles seem to be okay. I can just feel a little bit of tightness in there right now, but no real pain. We'll have to see how it does through the morning. So I'm going to try and do that second run at not a very good time, but probably at lunchtime. So, okay. I'm going to pick you guys back up on Sunday for the long run, which is slated to be, I think, 20 or 21 miles. We'll see you there. Okay. I'm a little over 1 kilometer into the long run. Excuse me. This time around, let's see, it's something like, I think 3 kilometers easy to start. And then I think I alternate. Is that right? 5 kilometers. Marathon pace. 5 kilometers easy. And I think I do 3 of those. And then finish with a few kilometers easy at the end. The total is going to be, I think, 32 kilometers. And that's 20 miles. I feel okay. My Achilles, which has been strangely bothering me, which it hasn't done in such a long time, but this morning decided to settle down. So not really bothering me today. We'll have to see how it fares after this long run. The nice thing is there's only one more hard week left in this second build block, and then I'm into my taper. So missed a couple hot air balloons this morning. Actually, there were 3 of them. Ended up running late today due to a factor of several reasons, but the end result is it's going to be hotter with the sun high in the sky for more of this run than I would like. We will just have to deal with it. Okay, I'll check back in with you guys after I get into it. Cheerio. I'm all done. These long runs are really pushing me to my limits in this heat, especially. I just didn't think I should pull the camera out and add stress to my run, considering how it felt. I think I did a little bit better than last week. I didn't require quite so many breaks, although, good morning, I did 2 miles / 3 kilometers less today than I did last week, so that helped. But I had less stops and longer spaces in between the stops. I managed my water better. So all of that was good. Managed my salt tabs and my gels well. I didn't really miss any, other than at the end I skipped the last gel on purpose, kind of, because I really didn't think I needed it at the end there. I wasn't running all that hard, although I did pick up the pace a little bit for the last 2 kilometers. Felt I had just a little bit in the tank. I didn't really have any kind of sprint finish or anything, but pushed my heart rate up into mid-zone 3 for the last couple of kilometers. Just to have kind of a strongish finish. I ran in these today. If you can see, those are the Nike Vaporfly Next Percent 3s. They're fairly worn out. They're nice and light. They're the lightest shoes I have, I think. But the foam, there's not really much bounce left in it, in the foam, so my feet got pretty sore towards the end. I think for my long run next week. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good.
I think for that last big long run next week, I think I'm probably going to try the Super Blasts, the 2s or the 3s. I'm not sure which yet. I haven't tried the 3s at all yet, so I'll really need to take them out for a test drive this week for one of the runs, if I plan to use them next Sunday, because I don't want to end up in a blister situation by using them my first time next week. And so yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel better about the run today. I'm not nearly as defeated as I was last Sunday. That wasn't helped by having a blowout with those shoes and not really being able to complete the run. I was close, but not quite complete. Yeah, I was just stopping so often and so beat up last weekend. I think it's actually hotter today, but I just don't quite feel as bad. So it could be any number of things. Maybe I had better rest leading up to today and did a better carb loading yesterday. I don't know. It seems like I did a lot of things the same, but you never know. There's a lot of different factors that come into play. Some that you can trace back, and some that just remain a mystery. Yeah, so I'm gonna wrap her up there. Yeah, I don't really have too much more to report back. I guess I will say I did a better job this week on the hot spots as well. I didn't quite get them all done, and I did have to slow down each successive hotspot interval just to keep my heart rate from blowing up. but I did more distance at hotspot pace this time around than last weekend, so I'm happy. My overall time was again over 3 hours, but yeah, I think 3 hours and 17 minutes or so, which is close to what I did. I think 3 weeks ago was the last time I ran 32 kilometers / 20 miles. So yeah, I mean, comparable, I suppose. Hey, yeah, so anyways, not too much to report now left in my wrap up, so I'm just gonna let you guys go. My final week of Build Walk 3 is coming up here, so I just need to hang on by my fingernails, make it through this next big week. If I get through without injuring myself, worse than I kind of a little bit am, considering my Achilles and my glute and back are not 100%. If I can make it through without getting any worse, I think I'll be happy. I think then the taper will help me kind of get back into reasonable condition before I actually have to race. So yeah, that's about it. If you're enjoying the content, please scroll down and click on the like button below. Comment and share if you have anything you want to say to me. I love getting comments. I don't get too many, but I like when I get them, and I always reply. And remember, embrace the misery. A freak boy out.